City volunteers in Thailand assess damages in Ubon Ratchathani in the aftermath of typhoons. City volunteers and entrepreneurs give out new clothing and blankets to middle schoolers in Quanzhou. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. Thailand was affected by typhoons in August and September. Ubon Ratchathani was flooded after days of heavy rainfall. To provide further assistance for the affected residents, Thailand city volunteers went to disaster areas to assess damages.
Ubon Ratchathani is mostly flooded due to the rising river levels caused by continuous days of torrential rain. In the past month, the water has not completely receded.
When we first came here, we thought it was a river, but the local residents said it was not. It was originally a farmland.
In the past, rice was usually harvested in November, so it was to be harvested soon. But the entire farmland has been flooded now, which makes the residents feel hopeless. After the water recedes, they don't know what to do either.
Thailand city volunteers have been accompanied by the army leader to get through to the disaster areas. Many affected residents whose houses were waterlogged have set up tents to take shelter. The temporary shelter is full of aid supplies donated by the government, the military, and other charitable organizations.
The supplies we need now are cleaning supplies such as the broom, mop, and detergent. That should be enough in my opinion.
Kind citizens are donating supplies to families in need, so they don't lack daily necessities.
The local public health center has dispatched staff to provide medical services.
The psychiatric medical team has visited the communities to care for the residents. If they find that the residents are in a bad mood, the medical staff will accompany them to see a doctor.
There is also clean water provided by kind-hearted people.
I use the clean water to cook, wash my face, and brush my teeth because the water here has a bad smell.
The loving care of city volunteers warmed the hearts of residents who are in their most difficult time.
In Chile, after cleaning out the mud and dirt, city volunteers assisted the school of Maria Luisa build a brand new sidewalk. Together with the help of teachers and parents, they created a safer school environment.
In Chile, the school entrance of Maria Luisa is full of mud and dirt whenever it rains. After receiving the request from school officials, Tzu Chi volunteer assists them to improve their current situation.
My children and I also come and help our school build this new sidewalk.
My child studies here. Although he will graduate soon, there will be new students coming. We would like to cherish this opportunity.
We've always wanted to build this sidewalk. We told Tzu Chi, and they came here to assist us, together with the help of our own teachers and parents. My child studied here, and I always would like to help the school. Thank you all.
With people showing concern and care after the project is completed, the students now have a safer pathway to go to school.
Tzu Chi's formations work hand in hand. Charity mission has allowed school children to go abroad and practice their compassion. Meanwhile, the mission of medicine trains compassionate doctors. Loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity are not only the motto of Tzu Chi schools, they're also what motivates Tzu Chi volunteers to work hard. At Tzu Chi schools, the school motto is loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity. The school's education not only provides knowledge, and also combines Tzu Chi's formations, going from Taiwan to other parts of the world. Charity mission has inspired the students.
Only when young students leave their comfort zones will they learn to cherish their own blessings and make a difference in other people's lives. During their self-growth, they also learn to shoulder the mission of love.
In Tzu Chi's education environment, we have many opportunities to help other people. At the same time, we are also receiving many people's help and care. This kind of cycle of love is very precious in Tzu Chi's education.
Tzu Chi's education also trains great healers who treat patients as if they're their own family. They receive special instruction from silent mentors. Even doctors who have been serving for years also benefit from the practice.
I see every silent mentor as a Buddhist sutra. After conducting the dissection, I feel like I've read a Buddhist sutra. The lesson I gained is like what it states in the Sutra of Innumerable Meanings. Having attained great wisdom, they penetrate all laws.
Loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity, or the four immeasurables, are practiced in Tzu Chi's four missions, as well as people's daily lives. Tzu Chi volunteers will continue to work hard to carry out their education mission. After Tzu Chi has carried out its education mission for 30 years, it has nurtured many students. Among them, many have been influenced by Tzu Chi's humanitarian spirit and contribute to society. In addition, some impoverished but worthy students who received help from Tzu Chi were able to pursue a good education. In the early years, children in eastern Taiwan had little chance to pursue a solid education. Fortunately, Dharma Master Zheng Yan has carried out education mission out of compassion. Currently, Tzu Chi has trained professionals in many different fields.
From junior high, high school to medical school, I really appreciate Tzu Chi for teaching me something really important during these 12 years. Tzu Chi has taught me to help other people in need. Accompanying seniors in tribal villages or senior homes, I hope to bring them happiness. It also gave me the motivation to move forward.
For 30 years, Tzu Chi has helped countless students from impoverished families to those who have encountered accidents in life. Thanks to Tzu Chi volunteers, countless students could pursue an education and be lifted out of poverty.
I'm one of Tzu Chi's care recipients, whether it's materially or spiritually. I have received much help. I have graduated from vocational school and started attending 2-year college. After graduation, I can become a successful nurse and help more people in need.
Currently, 2,657 students have graduated from Tzu Chi schools and dedicated themselves to Tzu Chi's missions, such as charity, medicine, education, and humanity. Not only have these graduates turned their lives around, they will be able to influence more people to spread love to different corners of the world. In July 2000, 10 years after Tzu Chi's junior nursing school was established, a kindergarten, elementary, junior high, senior high, university, and even graduate school was also set up. In the past 30 years, Tzu Chi's education has nurtured many talented students. In today's report, we experience what it's like through the eyes of students from Tzu Chi University.
A white structure surrounded by trees and grass. Not far off into the distance are fluffy clouds and the mountains. This is my school.
Hello everyone, I'm Pin Pin, a communication student here at Tzu Chi University. Let me take you to get to know Tzu Chi's education mission. While other school motto may be honesty and honor, for us it's compassion and giving. The school used to be just a school of medicine, but now it's multicultural university.
People are often curious why we wear uniforms in college. It's because the founder, Dharma Master Zheng Yan, wants all the students, no matter their background, to feel equal. And it starts with our uniform as well as the lessons taught.
Tzu Chi University has a class unique to its humanitarian course, and that's the Tea Culture class.
Humanitarian classes have been a part of Tzu Chi's education since the junior nursing school was established, including tea culture and floral arrangement. The tea class is filled with a Zen atmosphere.
When we were planning this class, we categorized it in the humanitarian section of the curriculum. The students who attend the school are all very fortunate because besides learning the skills they need for a living, they're also getting a good character education and refined mannerism for life. We think of it as a good beginnings to the rest of their life.
From making the tea, serving tea, to even drinking the tea, there are lessons to be learned from it, and the instructor's elegance and poise are also good examples for the students to learn from.
Today is students' orientation for Tzu Chi University and Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology. What's even more special is that this is the first time students are meeting their Ida parents. Thinking back to when I was just beginning university, I came to Hualien to study, and thanks to the accompaniment of the Ida parents, my journey in learning has been filled with loving warmth.
From Tzu Chi University to the University of Science and Technology to even the middle and elementary schools, the group of Ida parents are there filling the campus with their loving care. In the beginning, I was also very curious as to why a bunch of strangers would come to look after me.
The original Yida Zichen parents were handpicked by Master Zheng Yan. I remember someone asked the master, "I don't know what to do. I'm nervous at being a mother to these students." The master replied, "You just have to make sure the students feel your love and the love I have for them. You want to be there for them, and when you interact with them after a while, naturally your relationship will blossom."
The happy meeting of the Ida parents sets the stage for the upcoming year, where the relationship will continue. On average, 2 Ida parents help nurture 10 students, where they have monthly get-togethers and assist in a variety of school activities as well. Promoting environmental conservation, the school's education isn't just about good grades, but also about character building. This is why many of the school's student groups will host events of their own, whether it's about caring for the environment or giving of their services. During the holidays, we also head to remote regions to help the disadvantaged. Our school spirit is about having courtesy, moral values, as well as love. Now that I'm a senior and also thinking about my future, I believe Tzu Chi's encompassing education is the best arsenal I have to prepare me for the workplace.
In China, a clothing manufacturer has donated out-of-season clothing to Tzu Chi to put the items to better use. On this day, Tzu Chi and a business owner went to Lanxi Middle School in Quanzhou to give this new clothing and blankets to more than 100 disadvantaged students.
就是早上我们出来一个新版，然后它卖不出去，我下午就把它便宜卖给那个
To keep up with the latest fashion, brand new clothes become second-hand cast-offs. Thus, Chi Chi comes in to give new lease on life to those out-of-season clothing. A garment manufacturer has donated the brand new out-of-season clothing to Chi Chi, which will then sent to Nancy Middle School in Quanzhou. More than 100 disadvantaged students got a box of clothing containing 2 sets of winter and summer clothes, a pair of new shoes, and a blanket.
Many children living on campus are reluctant to buy new clothes. This time we brought them a blanket, which is very practical and necessary for them. And winter is almost here. We need to bring them warmth.
Donations are sincere, caring is selfless. Dear classmates, we must turn the grace of their love into the fuel for self-improvement and hard work.
The thank you letters show the gratitude of the students.
得到的时候，惊喜也蛮大的。
I was very surprised when I got the clothing. I can feel their heartfelt care for me.
心意挺重吧。
The worthiness out of season clothing can be of great value if owned by different people.
Tzu Chi Singapore has launched 2 elder care centers Sing in June of this year. On 14th and 28th of September, the 2 centers were officially inaugurated in the presence of the MPs of the districts. Sing aims to serve elderly residents living in nearby studio apartments.
Senior Sin and BB is now officially open.
Chi Chi Seniors Engagement and Enabling Node and Bukit Batok is officially inaugurated in the presence of Bukit Batok Parliament member Mr. Muralai Pillai and residents.
What really struck me is that through all the programs, there's an emphasis on value set. It's about loving planet Earth, loving people, and serving each other.
The Elder Care Center started operating in June. Its services and activities were welcomed by the residents living nearby. The residents even performed a sign language song as its inauguration ceremony. Such a heartwarming, family-like atmosphere can also be found in other Chi Chi Elder Care Center in Jurong West. On 28th of September, Cai Yugang MP Mr. Yu Jiaxing, together with other grassroots leaders and residents, gathered there to witness an important moment.
Recently, we have opened 2 elder care centers. We hope that the residents, together with our staff and volunteers, will get along like a family.
The activities are all-rounded, including exercises, karaoke and cooking, etc. We hope that the residents will benefit from these activities and come and join them very often.
This center is finally inaugurated here. We can come here every day. Many people can come and make friends and chat with one another. We can also exercise to keep fit.
I really love this place. It's especially good for us elderly as we have a place to hang out. If we stay at home and no one takes us out, we may succumb to dementia.
The 2 Chi Chi Elder Care Centers offer activities and programs with a focus on active aging and healthcare, allowing retired senior citizens to continually keep an active mindset and to live a relaxing and interesting life at old age.
On the 20th anniversary of the 9/21 earthquake, which left many homeless and without loved ones, we take a moment to remember some of the other traumas that have affected Taiwan. There have been incidents such as Typhoon Morakot, as well as the collapse of Tainan's Weiguan building after an earthquake. These incidents have been difficult for the survivors and their families to deal with. Here's our report.
Over 20 years or more than 7,300 days, the memory of that night has never faded and may never pass.
It's very difficult to forget. Sometimes I still think about it.
Her 3 children and mother-in-law were all killed in the rubble. She still thought about her children and decided to reverse her tubal ligation surgery and gave birth to 2 children. Although the new life brings joy, the trauma cannot be forgotten. Deep in her heart and consciousness, there is pain.
Her eyes can't focus when she looks at us. It hurts her tremendously, and she lost her teeth, which means that she cannot speak clearly.
Post-traumatic stress syndrome, or PTSD, some 20 years later can lead to severe auditory hallucinations, and she still needs to rely on medication.
In the hospital, when she didn't wake up, I blamed myself. I wanted to help myself to let her stay with us.
Being strong in public but weak in private.
At that time, I was quite negative and I wanted to die along with her.
With a strong, clear voice and a sweet appearance, she once dreamed of becoming a singer. She never thought that tragedy would strike her.
I have to continue to work hard as rehabilitation to get better soon.
Even she has a low voice now, she continues to have a dream.
I want to go abroad to travel. I also have ambitions to be a supermodel.
After a major disaster, in addition to individual trauma, including survivors or accompanying family members, even rescuers or those from the media who witness shocking images may be affected.
Looking back on the past from 921 Typhoon Morakot and Formosa Fun Coast Water Park, there have been major accidents leading to collective trauma, which have affected people's psychology and life.
They may often have nightmares, dreams, and nervous anxiety.
Reducing the number of large headlines associated with disasters during media broadcasts and unsightly images to the public may be one way to help survivors.
A patient with a history of depression, even as a spectator who often sees images of such a major event, can manifest in his own symptoms.
Psychological trauma is like a chronic disease. The symptoms are concealed and difficult to detect. Thus, the media should do a good job as the first line of defense.
For first-hand information, they should think about what sort of message is suitable for broadcast. Many of the shows are live, and in the past we have seen many dead bodies or other improper images broadcast.
True and accurate reporting is needed, one that does not exaggerate or sensationalize the news, which falls solely on the shoulders of the media.
What we want to emphasize is not the tragic nature of the disaster, but the way in which people have overcome difficulties.
Interviewing 921 survivors is not about uncovering past scars, but showing toughness and ability to recover from pain.
Interviewing those who are suffering, I think we need to be empathetic because we can't feel 1,000 of their pain. But through the interview process, we understand what their deepest pain is.
Even if the interview is made beforehand, this communication with survivors can help enlighten more people about their story and personal trauma. The wounds may be far deeper and wider than you and I think, but after the disaster, it can be a sense of power.
In Taiwan, the 101st Jingsi Reading Room has been opened in Kaohsiung's Zhongluan Elementary School. The reading room combines a storage room and library, providing a large reading space for the students. We'll leave you with these images at the end of our program. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.